Now, your Alaska Link weather for Juneau and Southeast.
The quiet weather pattern continues to grip onto the Panhandle. We are seeing that over the next 48 hours, are we going to talk about clear and the cool conditions. But we are going to start to see that the pattern is expected to turn more active, as we'll note that starting on Friday, we lead into some cloudier skies, breezy conditions, and some precipitation chances. Now, when it comes to accumulation, it is not looking significant over even the next week ahead. But in the extended outlook, that even brings us towards the end of the month, there seems to be some higher impacts of accumulation as well as warming temperatures. But we'll look at that outlook here in just a few moments. Here, though, as we head into our Wednesday, high tide is going to occur at 1:19 in the morning hours and again at 1 o'clock on the dot in the afternoon. We will roll our way through our Wednesday dealing with some of that beautiful blue sky still. Temperatures looking to range anywhere from teens to low 30s, so still with the cooler potential. But when it comes to February, it can get colder and it can be definitely snowier as well as wetter. So getting a day that we do have some blue sky conditions, we are going to definitely take advantage. Now, we will note there are still some areas of those winds overall looking at very generic general wind gusts at times, but we will see that the more consistency of an increased wind pattern is going to move in there for the weekend. We can see that potential of the increase there starting Friday through Sunday. That is what's going to be associated with the returning of some precipitation. There is some precipitation in the far into the central portion of the Gulf, so we may start to see some of our coastal locations seeing some of that cloud cover roll in. But generally, still Wednesday and Thursday is expected to see these blue sky conditions where we have a 7:35 sunrise and a 4:48 sunset, as we have 9 hours and 13 minutes of daylight. And note that as we're starting to work our way here into this next week of February, we are now going to be on that little over a month countdown to the spring equinox, which we get that point of having 12 hours of daylight. And we also talk about heading into the next month as well, talking about changing our clocks around. But for our Wednesday, we have a blue sky day. There are temperatures generally holding around the 30s for the Panhandle. Thursday, continuing to see fairly similar conditions, but we start to see again maybe a little bit of a cloudier sky again from precipitation in the Gulf starting to return Thursday. Looking at late on Thursday if any precipitation does develop, and then Friday is going to be our day where we talk some active conditions. Now, as we look out into our extended forecast, what we will be also timing out is the end of the month, as we are starting to see that there is some warmer conditions expected to return across the Panhandle, but also some wetter conditions. And we even see that for the Juneau area as we head into next week, as we start to pull away from that freezing mark and even get above freezing, but will be paired up with some increasing precipitation chances.